Whew. Man, feel that cool breeze. It is still hot. It was like in the 90s today. Got a few branches off my palm tree and did a little work on the 37 today. Got a lot more to do to get that back window put in. But I tell you, oh, like my hat, my cover, my bucket. Yeah, it's a reproduction. I kind of like it. You know, it's like a World War II, you know, helmet with the jungle netting cover on it. Straight from China. But I needed it. I had to buy it. Well, if you're gonna drive around town on one of these things, you better have a helmet. That's my new hoopty. There it is. 1941 Dodge WC-6. Originally started off as a command vehicle, and then later it was turned into like a weapons carrier with a bed in the back. So it's early 1941. This came from Camp Pendleton. Probably never went overseas. Probably spent most of his life at Camp Pendleton. It's got a Dodge 218 cubic inch inline 6-cylinder motor with a 4-speed transmission with a single-speed transfer case. All it does is just lock your front axles in. Very simple inside. It's got the standard civilian gauges. The next couple models, they start putting in more gauges for the military. That's what they requested. Got a bench seat. Real simple. The window tilts forward, folds down. It's got an antenna on it because this model has been chopped up, but this right here was where the next entrance for the seat, and there was another bench seat that went across this way, and then there was a trunk. And if you were sitting at the bench seat, you had a radio here and a map table would fold out here. So it's kind of like a command reconnaissance, maybe. I don't know. The numbers don't really match up to a radio vehicle because they were 12 volts and they had batteries somewhere else, but it did have an antenna on it. It does have a siren that says 12 volts, so who knows. But either way, this is what I got, and I like it the way it is. Got the Pioneer rack in the back. I gotta change the hitch. That's a military style hitch. Lights aren't working. They just replaced the master cylinder, but it's got a nice cargo bed in the back. We put a bunch of people back there, drive around town. It does drive, run, drive, starts, stops. Yeah, I gotta do the front brakes. It's got new tires in the back, and these tires are one size bigger than factory tires. Got a place for a couple of the gas cans. It's got the siren on the fender there. I need to do the front tires, and I think the front brakes. But it's got a new aluminum radiator in it, new master cylinder, 2 new rear tires. Got a little bit of slop in the steering, but you know, what do you expect? So it's pretty cool. Weighs about, I think it was 4,800 pounds. Let me show you how you turn it. You just flip this switch and reach down with your foot. Oh yeah, make sure it's in neutral. There's your shifter, your emergency brake, which is on the back of the transmission, and your transfer case. Oh, there's a fire extinguisher. There's a fire extinguisher and a table that slides out. So you have a picnic. All right, the gauges work except for the fuel gauge. I'll figure that out later. But listen to her, it's just idles nice and smooth. Got a little bit of an oil leak. Well, what do you expect? The seals are made of leather. Got a spare tire hanging off the side. It's pretty cool. I like it. It's licensed, registered, insured. It's a California historical vehicle. So no seat belts. No nothing. You can run around with no turn lights, anything like that. So, but it only does about, from what I previously told you, about 50, maybe 55 miles an hour. It feels like you're going light speed. So there it is. That's my new back burner project. I'm not gonna do anything crazy with it just yet. I still got to finish that, and I got to get rid of my Falcon. But when I saw this pop up on Marketplace, I was like, ooh, I gotta have it. So keep your eye out for me. I need to get a machine gun mount, and then I need a machine gun. All right, one thing after another. All right. Whew, is that not sexy or what? Could you imagine driving one of these things across North Africa in 1941? Wow. It was crazy. My great uncle, Rock, who I was named after, could have been driven around Abbott's Field in England in a truck similar to this. Probably did, because these were all around in the very beginning of the war. Then they were replaced by bigger and heavier and bigger and bigger model trucks. But yeah, it's sweet.